You ever feel like your mind is just a storm? A whirlwind of ideas, worries, and to-do lists all swirling around at once? It's that feeling of being incredibly busy, but maybe not actually getting anywhere. Well, today we're going to dive into a really cool tool designed to fix exactly that, the Big Picture Strategy Journal. We'll explore how it takes proven business techniques and applies them to the most important project you'll ever work on, your life. And this single image, right here, it just nails the entire goal. It's all about making a journey from state A, what the journal calls the busy head, that chaotic mess of thoughts, all the way over to state B, the focused head. That's where your thoughts are aligned, they're prioritized, and they're actually moving in a clear direction. This isn't about getting rid of thoughts, it's about organizing them with purpose. So let me just ask you, straight up, just like the journal's author does, do you have a strategy for your life? It's a pretty heavy question when you stop and think about it. I mean, we have strategies for work projects, for saving money, but for the big picture of our own lives, a lot of us are kind of just winging it, right? And that leads us right to the core problem this whole journal is trying to solve, that busy head. It's that feeling of being stuck in the daily grind, just reacting to whatever life throws at you, but having no real idea if you're actually getting somewhere that truly matters to you. The author's story is just so relatable. Dave, the guy who created this journal, he talks about feeling like he was 90% corporate, a machine, and getting lost. And that feeling, that unhappiness and sense of being directionless that so many of us can recognize, well, that's what kicked off his whole search for a better way. And here is the solution he came up with, which is really the big idea of this whole thing. Why not take the powerful, proven tools that huge companies use to map out their strategies and just apply them to our own lives? It sounds a little radical, but when you think about it, it makes perfect sense. We are, after all, the CEO of our own life. So here it is. This is the blueprint for that journey. The journal lays out this super clear 5-step process to get you from that busy head to a focused head. Now, in this explainer, we're going to walk through the first 3 foundational steps that take you from just raw thoughts to a clear set of priorities. All right, let's dive into that process. This is basically the engine of the journal, the part that's designed to systematically bring your own personal strategy to life. And it all starts with this incredibly important first step. It all begins right here with step 1, capture it. This is the foundation for everything else. And the idea is really simple, but also pretty profound. You have to get everything, and I mean everything, out of your head and down onto the page. Every thought, every worry, every half-baked idea, all of it. This quote just perfectly captures the spirit of this first step, doesn't it? This isn't about writing a perfect, organized essay. It's about opening a release valve for your mind. You're basically creating calm by putting the storm down on paper. And here's what that actually looks like. The busy head exercise is what they call a raw download. You just use the template on the right to capture every single thought swirling around in your head. Big, small, it doesn't matter. From I'm worried about grandma's health to I want to start a company. The only rule, get it all down without judging any of it. Okay, so once you've got everything out in the open, you move on to step 2, setting goals. This is where you start to give some shape and intention to all that raw material you just captured. You begin to define what it is you actually want to achieve. I love the guiding principle the journal offers here. A wish is passive, but a goal has a path. So this step isn't just about listing your dreams. It's about committing to the very first steps that might actually make them real. So the template here guides you to define up to 10 big goals. But look closer, it's not just about the what. It also makes you define why it's important to you, and this is crucial, a concrete milestone you can hit in the next 6 to 12 months. That's what makes it actionable. And that brings us to the really pivotal third step, filter it. Okay, this is where it all starts to come together. You take that chaotic brain dump from step 1 and you run it through the filter of those goals you just defined in step 2. The journal uses this really powerful metaphor for this step. It's like you're holding all those random thoughts up to the light of your actual goals. The thoughts that align with your goals will shine, and the ones that don't, the shadows, well, you can finally just let them go. And here's how it works. It's so simple. You give each of your goals a color or a number. Then you go back to that capture page and you mark each thought with the color or number of the goal it relates to. And suddenly, like magic, you can see which thoughts are just noise and which ones are directly connected to your mission.
So after you've captured, set your goals, and filtered everything, the journal helps you plan and track it all. But to really give your strategy some teeth, it also includes some powerful frameworks to help you dig even deeper. Let's just take a quick look at one of the key tools.
A perfect example is the SWOT-E analysis. Now, a lot of you have probably heard of SWOT from the business world: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. But notice that brilliant little addition of E for enjoy. This pushes you to think not just about what you're good at, but what actually energizes you and brings you joy. Using a template like this helps you build a personal strategy that really plays to your strengths, helps you shore up your weaknesses, and keeps you on the lookout for both opportunities and threats out there. It's all about building self-awareness, which, let's be honest, is the foundation of any good strategy. So at the end of the day, what does this whole process really lead to? Well, it's about finding your way. It's about transforming that constant mental noise into the kind of clarity that lets you make decisions with real, genuine confidence. And that brings us right back to where we started. That journey from the cluttered mind to the focused mind, it isn't about creating some perfect, rigid life plan. Not at all. It's about finding a clear direction. It's about getting a level of certainty that helps you make better decisions simply because you know what you're actually aiming for. I want to leave you with this final thought from the journal because it just sums up this whole process so beautifully. Building a personal strategy isn't about controlling the future. It's about navigating it with intention. It's about trusting that when you have clear eyes and a steady will, you'll be ready to seize the opportunities that are truly meant for you. What a powerful idea.